My name's Jane. I work for Andrew Granger and Company in Loughborough. We had a major issue with Churchgate. It was previously bought from us and it was pristine, it was beautiful. And it was bought by a gentleman for his son, for him and his university friends, who trashed it. It ended up just looking a right mess, and it wasn't anything like. I was absolutely shocked and horrified when I went in it. There was that beautiful galley kitchen and it was all dirty and grubby, and it was just awful. It wasn't viewing nice, and every time we took people in it was the same feedback every time. Well, it was embarrassing taking people around almost. I think with the client it was unfortunate for him because he was so far away, so he wasn't able to come up and do little bits to it himself. So as we were taking people around, people were saying, well, it's dirty and it looks grubby and it wants redecorating, and it doesn't impact well on, it doesn't look good on us as a company. It's you either sound like you're putting people off when they ring and you say, well, it wants a little bit of work, or you get around there and it's a bit embarrassing when you open the door. We'd looked at your website and it looked brilliant, and we just knew that you would put it right. Revamped it totally, made it look completely different. Every room, whether it was just a good clean to an actual almost restyle, and it was fabulous. The kitchen, well, all of it. The kitchen, I think, because the kitchen was so nice and you've got those lovely wooden work surfaces, I think because they were so poor, they'd been so badly treated after you'd been in and done your stuff on them, straight away, as soon as you walk in the kitchen, it was like, oh my God. You made the lounge amazing. The office area was absolutely amazing. What a transformation that was, because that went from being almost like a junky area, just crap chucked in it, to you making it a usable space, and it was brilliant. But people come in and did exactly the same thing as we did when we walked through the door. They walked in and went, wow. And I think because of the colours you'd done it, because of how you'd dressed it, it made it look, it's already a big apartment anyway, but it made it look so much bigger. And it was very light. It felt, as well as being quite contemporary and quite modern, it felt homely and like you could snuggle up and be comfortable in it. The owner did eventually decide to let it out, and we were completely inundated. We were there, it kept us really busy, we were there a lot. Everybody had the same effect on everyone. They walked in and were completely wowed by it. We eventually let it to a group of 4, 1 girl, 3 boys, and they just totally loved it, loved everything about it, loved the way it was set out, and so much so they bought all the furniture. We would always recommend you because we feel that you made a great deal out of not an awful lot. You'd got the basics there, but it was very poorly presented, and the presentation just changed the whole aspect of it, and you did it very professionally. You kept us informed all the way along, and you were just a pleasure to work with. And we were totally wowed when we got there, so yeah, definitely would have no problem in recommending you all day, every day. The market is so difficult, but I think presentation now, and everybody wants it's all down to they want champagne for beer money. So it's got to be nicely presented. And even if you're just glossing over, I think that initial, if you can get people to walk through the door, and if there's something that is in there that is wow, and finish on that, so people have got something to remember, I just think it's certainly worth investing in. Anybody at all that is thinking that, you know, if there's a property that's sticking there and that can be done with little or great expense, really would be to give you a call. If anything's out there sticking, you know, you work miracles with what you had as a financial budget on that property, and it had its own results, didn't it? It went straight away.